What's up, gorgeous people? Guys, I am so energized. I had such a good rest. Or it could be the time change. But it doesn't matter. I was just about to give you some shoulder bumps, but I'm like, okay, Jay, calm down. Calm down. Guys, these videos are not recorded, so you're just gonna always see my full energy. This is what my family gets on a daily, and if you guys spoke to them, they'd be like, she's crazy, but I just think I'm expressive. Anyways, back into Woman of Substance, number 3, standards and values. Anyways, I believe this, I highly believe this, guys, that you don't live according to the way that you want or even how you imagine. You live according to your standards. You live according to what defines you, what deep down your mind believes is important, you know? Almost everybody wants to be fit and thin and, sexy. But most people are a little plump, And that's because most people's standards aren't to go to the gym 3-4 times a week. Does that make sense? And so standards, guys, are a benchmark of what you will and will not accept into your life, what you will and will not allow into your life. I believe that standards define who you are through the lifestyle that you live. Or you know what, let me. Standards define your life because they express through your lifestyle who you are. That's the way I wrote it. That's what I feel like the Spirit gave to me. Holy Spirit, okay? That's who I reference. He sponsors all these videos, Jesus Christ. But I feel like that's what the Lord was telling me when I was like, okay, Lord, standards, value, woman of substance, what does that mean? Your standards really express your character. It really expresses who you are. If somebody was just able to observe you for 24 hours or even for a whole week, not speaking to you, not reading about you, not, talking to any of your past people, and just able to look at your entire life through the way that you live your life, which are your standards, they would be able to determine what kind of person you are. And so, an example is kind of the fitness thing that I gave earlier. Like a standard for me is my fitness, is my health, is, the way I look, the way I present myself, being comfortable in my own body. So because that is a strong and a very high standard for me, I make sure that I work out 4 to 5 times a week. Do I want to work out 4 to 5 times a week? No. But do I want the result of it, and will I not live below that? Yes. Okay? And then values, guys. Your values are what is important to you. What beliefs do you live your life by? What beliefs basically defined you? And one thing I wrote down is when you are not living in your values, I feel that you stem further and further away from living in purpose, only because not living in your values gives you a constant warring in your spirit. I know one thing that most people say is, I value my marriage and I value my kids and I value my family. However, we have been trained to, leave our husband and leave our wives and go to work and leave our kids and put them in, daycare or baby jail or, give them to somebody else to watch so that we can go make money. And I encourage, if children, if family, if your husband, your wife was, a strong value for you, would it be interesting or would it be, out of this world to create something so that you can be a free family, so that you don't have to leave your wife, you don't have to leave your husband, you don't have to leave your kids. Your values are what's important to you and how you're going to live your life. And so many of us don't even know what our values are. So many of us are not even living according to our values. We know what we want, but we have not defined that. And so I think it is very important for a woman of substance, a woman who knows where she's going, a woman of character, to take that time and establish what are your standards. How are you going to live your life, and how are you going to require other people to respect you based on your standards and what's important to you. What are your values, and what things are going to define you, So I'll tell you guys my values. These are my values, okay? Don't come for me and don't trip. If you don't like them, go get your own values, okay? But my number one value is God. I base all my decisions, well, not, yeah, all my decisions filter through him. I don't make a move unless the Holy Spirit says go here. You know, like, I'm not a religious person, but I have a relationship with God. I don't, see, those are, we're really not even going to get into this, but I feel like that's such a fine line, because religiosity, the acts of religiosity is from dead works and just efforts, you know. But when you have a relationship with God, I believe that those acts of religiosity come natural because of a born out of relationship and the love that you have with your Creator. That'll be for another video though. Family is a huge value of mine. I love my family. I want to have a big family. I'm not married yet, but I believe in legacy. Ooh, that's another value, so I'll wait. But I believe that family is the foundation of life. Marriage. I value marriage. I value the sanctity of marriage. I'm also not married yet. And when I do get married, I will value my husband. I feel like marriage is men and women coming together to move the world forward. I believe a wife is basically an assigned helper to assist her husband in the direction and in the vision that God has given him. And obviously, she has seen that vision and she believes in that vision and stuff like that. But I value marriage and I value the sanctity of marriage. I value husbands and I value wives. Because I believe that together they are going to revolutionize the world for the coming generation. I value people. I think people are amazing, and I think so many people are overlooked, and so many people, don't even get the time of day just because everybody is so worried about themselves, so concerned about themselves, that the eye is not even on the other person. And so I feel like making someone seen and heard and loved is extremely important. Freedom, guys. I value freedom in every single way. I value being a free person, being a free couple, being a free mom, being a free dad. I value being debt free. I value owning everything that you have, not living rent on everything that you have. I value generational wealth, and that's what I desire to bring to my family. And I think that cannot be done unless you are living a free life. Growth, impact, significance is extremely important. I believe in pushing the world forward. I believe that all of us were sent here with a purpose, with a mission in our hearts and our mind to prepare a greater way for the one after us. I value mental health and I value emotional stability. I think that is extremely important. So many of us are broken and have been broken or have been through so much pain or hurt or trauma that sometimes people don't even know how to have just a basic conversation. So I think that is something that should not be overlooked. And then lastly, I said this first, but I value legacy. And I don't think legacy can come without family. Because obviously you want it to keep going, right? But I value legacy. I value, writing your name in the sand, giving something to your family, and creating something for your last name to never, never die. I love you guys. Bye.